All right, welcome back to the channel. So, interesting article came out in the news today about Manny Pacquiao wrapping it up for the year. And so more than likely, Manny Pacquiao's not going to fight for the rest of 2020. And Errol Spence Jr., there's a chance, is not going to fight for the rest of 2020, just like there is the chance with all boxers right now. And that could have some very serious impacts on the careers of both Errol Spence Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk about, and the potentiality for them having a fight. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. I love talking about Manny Pacquiao. I love talking about Errol Spence Jr. Manny Pacquiao, the only fighter that I know of, but I do believe he's the only fighter to hold a title, alphabet style title or not, in 4 decades. He held a title in the 1990s. He held a title from between the years of 2000 and 2009. He held a title between the years of 2010 and 2019, and he is still the WBA super champion at 147 pounds in the year 2020. Although it seems as if he might not defend that title in 2020. Also, Errol Spence Jr., the unified WBC and IBF world champion, the recent conqueror of Sean Porter, the conqueror of Kell Brook and Lamont Peterson, considered by many people to be in the top 5, top 6 pound for pound fighters in the world. He is more than likely, there was a significant chance that he's not going to fight this year. Now, this is important to me because one of the fights that I was hoping would happen next is the Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence Jr. fight. I was hoping that Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence Jr. would fight each other when Manny Pacquiao got in the ring with Errol Spence after Errol Spence Jr. beat Mikey Garcia. But when Errol Spence Jr., Manny tried to jump out the ring real quick, and Errol Spence was like, no, hold up, man. Me and you, we got to fight. You got to fight. And Manny Pacquiao said, why not? Why not? My thought was, oh, man, why not? It's janky. You don't want no smoke, man. You don't want no smoke with Errol Spence Jr. He's going to go out there looking for a little bit more easy money, try to get his hands on on Floyd Mayweather Jr. for that rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. They could probably do, could probably net him $50 million, could net Floyd Mayweather Jr. $100 million or whatever it is, if it's a 60-40 or a 70-30 split, whatever it is. That's clearly like the plan that Manny Pacquiao had. But with this layoff, it's going to be very, very tough on Manny Pacquiao to defend his title. The most important reason is that Manny Pacquiao, who I do believe is already 40, if he's not 41, that means he would have had a layoff of an entire year and would be walking up on 42 years old when he fights his next fight. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., I just think he needs to get out of his head that he's going to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. But if he waits a year to even fight say a Mikey Garcia, if he waits that long to fight a Mikey Garcia, then he very well could lose to Mikey Garcia. Those are the two people the two active fighters that Manny Pacquiao is talking about fighting are Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia, who just beat Jesse Vargas in a very entertaining fight and more of a lopsided fight than I thought it was going to be, even though I know Mikey Garcia was going to beat Jesse Vargas. Mikey Garcia is probably a little more acclimated to 147 pounds than he was when he fought Errol Spence Jr. He actually did a pretty smart thing when he fought Jesse Vargas, in my opinion, which was to come in at a weight that's just more his weight, right? He's not a big guy. He's not a big 147 pounder. So for him to come in at like 145.6 was a smart thing. There's no need to just tote around an extra couple pounds just to give people the impression that you're a little bigger. You know, that stuff can slow you down. And he believes that it slowed him down against Errol Spence Jr. I don't believe it would have made a difference. But against Jesse Vargas, who also at one point in time fought at 140, you know, hey man, it worked. It worked well for him. But if Manny Pacquiao fights Mikey Garcia, then you know you're dealing with a Mikey Garcia who's still very well in his prime, who's an experienced champion, and you're looking at a Manny Pacquiao who himself is not the biggest guy in the world, and somebody that really is susceptible to what Mikey Garcia's biggest punch, right, which is a straight right hand. If you look at Mikey Garcia fight, he throws that jab up, and as he throws that jab up, he's cocking that right hand. It's like his jab looks like this. So it's, by the time he's not jabbing, coming back, then the right hand, he's jabbing, that hand's already here. It's jab, boom. And he's letting that right hand go right off that, he's freezing you with that jab and letting that, a very solid right hand come right after that. And if you look at the history of Manny Pacquiao gets hit with a lot of straight right hands. If you look at the last fight Manny Pacquiao had with Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao got hit with a lot of straight right hands, a lot more straight right hands than I'm used to seeing him get hit with. Now he took them fairly well, but he was definitely getting hit with them. And Mikey Garcia is a more fresh fighter than Keith Thurman was at the time that fight happened. So if Manny Pacquiao waits a year and goes to Mikey Garcia, dude, that to me is that's a 51-49 fight for me between Mikey Garcia and Manny Pacquiao. I have a lot of confidence in Manny Pacquiao that a year from now, a 41 or a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao, then Mikey Garcia, I have full confidence Mikey Garcia has the ability to beat him. Now, Errol Spence Jr. fighting Errol Spence Jr. under those circumstances, that could be even uglier, especially if Errol Spence Jr. has had a lot of time to rest. Because what a lot of people were saying about Errol Spence Jr., who, by the way, we know had that car accident, was that he needed to take time off. Now, he says Errol Spence Jr. said that he wanted to go right back in there. He didn't suffer any damage from the car accident. So, you know, he was feeling fresh and, you know, and he's, you know, ready to go, right? He feels like he doesn't need a tune up. He just fought Sean Porter, and he's ready to go. Wanted to come back in early June, like late spring, early summer. But many people, Curtis Anderson on OG Boxing Talk, and I do believe Blood Boxing when he came on OG Boxing Talk, said that they thought that he should wait. He should hold up, take some time, get a tune-up fight before he gets in there just to check everything. But if he takes off a solid year, then his body is fully rested. If he takes care of himself and keeps his weight down, then he's prime and ready to go. He's still going to be 30 at that point in time, well within his prime against a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao who's been laid off a year. Man, that could be desperate. That could be desperate problems for Manny Pacquiao. So, you know, there's a significant chance. There's a significant chance that it could be really ugly for him because of that. Now, Errol Spence Jr. also has some risks around an extended layoff too. And that is, I think this is the only real risk for Errol Spence Jr. with this layoff, and that's his body weight. Errol Spence Jr. for a welterweight, he's a big guy. He's a big welterweight. He's been at welterweight his whole career, and it seemed as if for the last couple fights that he's had, though he's never missed weight. In fact, against Mikey Garcia, I think he came in at like 146.5. I think for Sean Porter, he might have come in at like 146 point something. I hope I said 146.5 for Mikey Garcia, I believe, in 146 point something against Sean Porter. So he was well underweight, but just the feeling that you get and the things that I heard around is that, you know, he had to spend a lot of time at his training camp dropping that weight. So if Errol Spence Jr. waits a year, he's not able to fight, there's a chance that Errol Spence Jr. might grow out of the weight class. or be in a situation where he has to drain himself to maintain that. Because Errol Spence Jr. said that his plan was to beat Sean Porter, to beat Manny Pacquiao, and to beat Terrence Crawford, and then move up to either 154 pounds or move up to 160 pounds. Well, if he doesn't come back to next year, that sets him back on that. It sets him behind. Now he unified with Sean Porter. The next step is Manny Pacquiao, and then the next part would be Terrence Crawford. You know, that would, if he doesn't fight again until 2021, that extends that thing up into, you know, it could be 2 fights in 2020. But if he doesn't get the Manny Pacquiao fight right away, it could extend that whole thing into 2021. And that seems like a little bit along the time for him to stay at 147 pounds. So, you know, this layoff has, other than, you know, just boxing being canceled and not having a lot of boxing to watch. Now, we're going to be talking boxing. Believe that every day. There's a lot of stuff that you can talk about in the sport of boxing because of the rich history of the sport of boxing and all the things that go on behind the scenes. But as far as watching boxing and seeing fresh boxing matches, you know, it's going to be slim pickings for a while. So hopefully that doesn't have lingering effects on these guys' careers, but we'll see, man. And so let me know what you think in the comment section, whether or not you think this is what this layoff, what effect it'll have on Manny Pacquiao, or what effect you think it might have on Errol Spence Jr. And with that, I'm out. Peace.